Hi. Basically, I'm a bit tired after the election result last night, because I stayed up for a good bit of the night to watch it. Anyway, my thoughts on the election result. Obviously, it was obvious Labour were going to win because, unfortunately, a lot of people were fed up with the Tories and basically voted Labour to get rid of the Tories. But I think this is going to come back to haunt a lot of people, because Labour, I think, will be a lot worse than the Conservatives. Or the Tories. Well, they're not really Conservative anyway, the Tories. Labour will be a lot worse than the Tories when they start really getting into power. Um, Bankrupting the country, immigration, the fact that Keir Starmer is a human rights lawyer, and basically subscribes to the ideology of Tony Blair. I think personally, it's just going to be an absolute disaster for Britain with Keir Starmer, with certainly a lot of Starmer and Angela Rayner in charge, and their ilk. Anyway, answer me this: how is it fair that a political party gets about 4 million votes yet only gets 4 seats? I mean, Reform UK. Well done to everyone who voted for Reform UK. I voted them as well because I got sick. Because obviously I voted Labour years ago, but I got sick of them because I obviously saw through. I started seeing through them, and seeing Labour for exactly who they are and what they are. Um, how is it fair that a political party gets over 4 million votes, Reform UK, for example, and basically they only get 4 seats? You get the Liberal Democrats on 3.5 million, and they get 70 odd seats. Where's the fairness in that? That's just absolutely ridiculous. Reform UK get more votes than the Liberal Democrats, yet get them exactly the same number of seats as the Green Party and Plaid Cymru. That's just not fair at all. That is, in fact, that's absolutely disgusting. And if that isn't an advertisement that we need to ditch first past the post for proportional representation, I don't know what is. Because I mean, because I just think that's absolutely disgraceful. Anyway, on a lighter note, at least we now have some Reform UK MPs in, which is brilliant. That means that they will really start holding Starmer to account on on a lot of issues, especially immigration being one, and also many other issues as well. I mean, Nigel Farage, bless him, this is his eighth attempt to try and become an MP, and he's finally succeeded. But basically, we all knew he was going to take Clapton anyway, considering the woke Labour MP who was up against him, Doctor Who reject. Anyway, basically, if Farage can basically really get the populist vote going, get all the populist vote, like what Donald Trump is doing in America with the Republicans, and getting the populists behind him, I think the next election could be pretty exciting, especially if enough people vote for, but if most people support and start voting for reform. Obviously the Tories are basically lame ducks. They've just had it. They've just finished basically as a political entity. I mean, they've still got 120 odd seats, but considering how many seats they had in the last election, that is just absolute. That is just horrendous. But at least we got rid of. But at least their woke appealing policies just caught up with them and bit them on the backside. So yeah, it's it's a pretty good election result. It's a shame Labour got back in, but it was expected, unfortunately. But now at least Reform UK have got their foot in the door. Let's see what they can do in the coming years. Take care, everyone.